Okay, I swear to you, the next one's gonna be about the WWE pay-per-view. Man, it'll... It kind of started out as the only thing for like pay-per-views. Now all of a sudden, well, I gotta talk about the draft. Did it go down smooth, like a draft should? Assumedly. We got the rules. I think like the day before Raw. I think somebody leaked this or something like that. But there was like a couple rules beforehand. Like Raw had the first overall pick for every time they would go out there. Since SmackDown Live is a 2-hour show and Raw is still 3, mistake number 1. For every 2 picks SmackDown receives, Raw receives 3. Tag team stables, they count as 1 pick unless a commissioner general manager specifically only wants 1 member of a team. And there would be 6 draft picks would be made off the NXT roster. I was like, okay, well, fucking Balor's already 1. Who's going to be the other 5? If there was going to be any more than 6, I don't know. I might talk about the matches, but I think they're just kind of like out there. I mean, there are no Taz, Mr. Perfect. So they talked about the first draft. But man, I was surprised by this. You would think like Cena would be like the first pick, but no. I guess they were thinking about the championship at first, like Raw gets first pick, and they pick, like, Stephanie gets Seth Rollins. I'm like, okay, authority camp, alright. So, SmackDown snatches up the current champion, Dean Ambrose. Raw gets the women's champion, Charlotte. SmackDown takes AJ Styles, and Raw, Finn Balor. So, yeah, already, the top 5, wow. Would not expect, like, a couple of those names, and, like over Cena, over like more established guys, but hey, this is about the new era, I guess. Speaking of Cena, yet undrafted makes his way to the ring to take on a SmackDown superstar that is yet to be drafted, Luke Gallows of the Club. You know, they could be splitting these guys up. They already took Styles Balor to separate shows, so much for the... Also, this was, I just want to talk about this because there was this, interesting thing going on. Picture-in-picture, while the match continued in this, like... this match is gonna continue, but we got commercials to show you. So they get like a big so like it went like small screen, big screen. Small screen was like the match with no commentary over it or sound or anything like that, while the big screen played like a couple commercials. Is this gonna be a continuing thing? Because this can grow from here. It's mostly so we can see Gallows throw Cena around for that entire break, and then he starts to rally back, coming back from commercial break, and with help from the realest guys in the room to make sure the other members of the club don't get involved, Cena wins. Lol. Sorry, in my excitement, I usually cover, I usually don't do this, but there was like the Raw that one gets Raw, one got SmackDown. So they built all this up just to be like, shouldn't you get SmackDown? That means Stephanie gets the flagship. She gets like 3 hours, so she brings in Mick Foley for her GM, and Shane chooses the, like, let's see, who can out-popular Mick Foley? Oh, I know, Daniel Bryan. It was good to see them back. Should be interesting with them if they do more back and forth with them, but since they're separate brands, they might not. I don't know. Unless they're going to do cross-promotion shit. But anyway, Raw just, like, Mick Foley's like, you know, I know you don't like this guy, it's gonna be kind of different, but, we pick Roman Reigns, and chorus of boos. Thought you could edit it, but like, don't worry, it's SmackDown, you won't, oh yeah, you're alive now, no you fucking can't. Well, you better turn him fucking heel now, or what the fuck else are you gonna do? SmackDown takes John Cena. Raw picks the fucking beast incarnate Brock Lesnar. SmackDown picks his SummerSlam opponent, Randy Orton. Yeah. What? Raw takes, for their pick, the entire team of the WWE World Tag Team Champions. So yeah, Raw is snatching up all your championships, yo. They already got the, well, they don't have the championship, but they got Roman and Seth, rather. So odds are looking They're kind of against Smackdown on that one with the championship. Champs versus Challengers tag match. Rusev Mizka versus we're going to make Zack Ryder and Darren Young matter on TV again. That said, they both look really good out here. Ryder takes out Rusev with a missile dropkick after he gets thrown over Rusev and hits Miz with the Rough Rider. Like, Rusev, like, picks him up and goes over and then transition to Rough Rider. Oh, sweet. And Backley called, like, finish it. He calls for the crossface chicken wing and taps Miz out. Yay! Bray Wyatt and Xavier Woods have a very safe and methodical kind of match. I'll get the... This was interesting. It's going to be interesting. Just lots of Xavier Woods being terrified of the man until he tries to jazz himself up and gets Sister Abigail and beaten while the rest of their team members just kind of the best seats in the house, you know? Play it safe, unload on Sunday. Fine. I'll talk about more of their stuff to feed the Monday after, like I said. Owens has a match with Kane for some reason. I guess, like, did someone say, you're going to have a match with Sami Zayn? And someone thought they meant Kane. Like they said, like they heard Zayn and thought they meant Kane or something. That's the only explanation I'm accepting. Yeah, because Zayn just then comes out and they just start beating up. But Owens is like, oh. I'm like, do I even have to say it anymore? Like, so Owens tosses Zayn to Kane and he's like, you chokeslam him. Do it. Kane goes them both double chokeslam. Move over, New Era. But anyway, back to the draft. Raw takes Sami Zayn. SmackDown takes Bray Wyatt, so could be already splitting the Wyatt boys up. Which I feel like is might be a mistake. Raw reminds SmackDown that, there's women to be had in this draft, and Mick says from now on Raw's boss, Sasha Banks. SmackDown takes in, I guess, to retaliate, Becky Lynch. And Mick after that is like, well, I guess I kind of revealed my hand too close, and pulls out a garbage bag? I didn't get this. I guess he had, like, script notes or some shit like that. I'm like, you have a laptop. You should, like... Raw gets the gift of Jericho. Drink it in, man. As stated on Monday, because I guess because they're 3 hours, Raw gets, like, the Cruiserweight division. Maybe her plans to get that Women's Revolution she took credit for, too. So, because we got Charlotte and Sasha both in Raw shirts, as Sasha's going to have herself a handicap match against Charlotte and Dana Brooke. They're all bumping like fucking crazy out here, too. Wow. Like, Sasha Banks, like, brings knees to the face of Charlotte, like from the heavens, and just boom. And while she's celebrating, comes Dana Brooke. Gladiato! Holy shit! So yeah, it's called the numbers game for a reason. Sasha does amazing out here, but it's, she had the match won. She thought she had the match won by getting Brooke into that, quick backstabber to that bank statement, but she was, like, thrown into the corner and gets, like, a blind tag to Charlotte, so Charlotte just comes in, natural selections her, and wins. Was this Sasha's, like, first loss on TV? And they kind of threw it away on this? At least in my opinion. I guess the streak is over. Rusev Machka, U.S. title holder, and gets Lana too, so SmackDown, their hand force, grabs up the Intercontinental Champion, Miz with Maurice. By the way, I love the continuity, because D-Bry's like, I kind of hate to do this, but we need that Intercontinental Championship, man. You need fucking championships on your show, because they just got another one. And who knows if you still have the the WWE Championship, or whatever they're calling it now. Yeah, notice that as well. Raw finally gets Kevin Owens. Really thought Battleground was going to be their final feud together, but no, they're on the same show, so fight forever, ? SmackDown, Baron Corbin. What? Mick may have scooped Shane on this one, because Shane, we cut to him, and he's ripping up a piece of paper and just, like, throws it in the air. He's like, well, so much for that. They snatch up Enzo and Cass. Oh, they keep them together. Okay, cool. So since Raw is still Jericho, he comes out with a fucking matching scarf. Oh, it's... Drink it in, Cesaro. Who had the Lionheart scouted, drops him back down. Giant swing into sharpshooter. But I'm like, no, you can't sharpshoot a Canadian. They see that shit coming. You can't neutralize him either. So get your fucking code broken. Like, wow, that reversal. Probably one of the best matches was Jericho Cesaro. Back from commercial, Becky Lynch just in a SmackDown shirt just starts laying into Natty. I guess we're keeping that going. SmackDown has Styles, so Raw takes the other two club members, Gallows and Anderson. Balor Club, question mark? SmackDown gets one of their NXT call-ups, fucking American Alpha. And Raw, since we're a bigger roster, we can throw their pick away for Big Show. What? Why not? What? Once again, the continuity here. Shane's like, which way did it go? Oh, he's going to Raw. Laughed my ass off at that. Cause just look up Shane McMahon like 2000 or something. It's probably on there, like him with the Big Show. He's like, like Shane. He's like, I'm so fast. Maybe he's not going to catch me. Big Show's going to be like, which way did Shane go? Which way did Shane go? SmackDown gets Dolph Ziggler, and Raw gets another call-up, Nia Jax. She's not like most girls, but she's win the women's division. I think that's what they're going for here, trying to snatch up all the final 5 televised picks. Raw gets Neville, the man that SmackDown forgot. I guess I forget if they came up with that or on the show, or if that was me watching New Legacies like afterwards. SmackDown gets Natalya, so they keep the Natalya Becky thing on SmackDown for a while. Fully saying, his finest moment took place right here in the... I forget what the building was called. Forget where they exactly are, but he felt like this pick was underrated. This is the guy who can, hopefully, I'm thinking, can flourish because of the brand separation, and that's Cesaro. SmackDown picks former world champion, someone who will probably flourish on SmackDown as he had in the past, Alberto Del Rio. And Raw takes, for the final televised pick, Sheamus! Main event! Number 1 draft pick of Raw, Seth Rollins versus number 1 draft pick of SmackDown, Dean Ambrose for the title. Again. Yeah, they did this on Raw, and there was a fucked up double pin or something like that. Oh, it was stupid. So fucking much for that whole show within a commercial thing the opening card had, because this goes through 2 commercials, and they don't do it. So... it's such a novel concept that had no place in WWE programming, so they scrapped it. This time the finish is clean, and Dean Ambrose keeps the title on SmackDown for the moment. Like I said, odds are against him for Battleground. Looked amazing, Dirty Deeds out of nowhere, too. A good counter of that. I thought it was down and out. This was on the WWE Network, all the supplemental drafts. Round 7, Raw takes The Golden Truth. SmackDown, the Usos. Raw, Titus O'Neil. SmackDown, Ken. And Raw, another pick for the women's division on Raw, Paige. Hey, alright. So, Paige and Del Rio on separate shows. Sad face. That was the only thing. Apparently, Cesaro's a 9-time tag champion and debuted in 99. I think someone might have fucked up there. I mean, it'd be awesome if he was a 9-time tag champion. Yeah. I was watching in 99. I probably would have remembered seeing Cesaro. His fucking promo, though, was on point. JoJo asking, Cesaro, hey, what's your thoughts on Stephanie and Mick Foley, and if they can coexist? And Cesaro says, I don't give a fuck. They should be the mediators. They shouldn't be the focus. The wrestler should. Holla fucking Luya. Someone gets it. I speak the language of wrestling as well as 5 other languages. Sometimes it gets away from me because I speak, a billion different languages because I'm Cesaro and I'm awesome. Something along those lines. I just remember, but I just wanted to bullet point that, just nail that point home. Him basically I don't give a fuck about the stupid back and forth. I personally, Rinoa, I personally think SmackDown might end up kicking Raw's ass. They might be surprising them again, and Stephanie's just going to use Mick as her scapegoat when shit goes wrong. It's fire Mick. It's all him. This was all his idea. That's my personal opinion on that. And her selecting him, just in case she does fuck up, she's got someone to blame and fall back on and take the heat. Raw takes Darren Young, I assume with Bob Backlund. I didn't see him, but he was in a Raw shirt later. SmackDown, Kalisto, Raw, Sin Cara. The Dragons, no. They split them up. Well, I guess they kind of teased that a little bit earlier. I don't remember. SmackDown gets Naomi. Raw, Jack Swagger. We are the Ascension, and we will go to SmackDown. Fingers fucking crossed double time for these guys making it over the but with over teams like the Usos, American Alpha, maybe not. I really want those guys to go over. Raw this time keeps the Dudleys together. There was that one draft, like I told you, that 2003 draft where they split them up. So much for Bully Ray on WWE. SmackDown, Zack Ryder. Raw, Summer Rae. I guess I can afford to throw that away. Well, no, she's kind of improved, and she'll be like a enhancement for all the other ones, which is probably what they've been doing with her. So she'll probably stay on Raw to help the division out. SmackDown, Apollo Crews. Okay. Raw, Mark Henry. SmackDown, another NXT call-up, somehow not Bayley. Alexa Bliss. This has gotten better and better. The more I see, like, her match with Bayley, that one match, she's slowly, steadily improving little by little. So hopefully on SmackDown she can get her on TV more and do more things with her. Big boy Braun Strowman to Raw. Big boys. So yeah, they have already split up the Wyatt. Strowman all by himself. SmackDown keeps my favorite tag team together. Breeze Song. Go, go, go. I was fearful they might split those guys up. I'm like, oh, that would be a mistake. Only for Raw to possibly split up my other favorite stable, the Social Outcasts. Bo Dallas to Raw. SmackDown with another NXT call-up. Still not Bayley. Eva Marie. SmackDown, do you know what you're doing? I hope so. Raw does get the Shining Stars. Put them the fuck on TV now, thank you. Please. Can we do that? You got 3 hours. Can you do that? Can you? SmackDown gets the Vaudevillains. I'm like, another tag team for on their end. So again, like American Alpha, the Vaudevillains, the Ascension, all the great NXT tag teams that hopefully will flourish on that main roster. Like I said, Vaudevillains kind of another example of the call up and being like, well, they're great wrestlers, but we don't really know kind of what to do with them. They're not really getting over with the crowd, so. Raw gets Foxy, the last remnant of Team Bella, although I'm pretty sure that's not even a thing. I just like saying that because she was wearing the red of the Team Bella or something like that in her vignette or pickup picture or whatever they call it. SmackDown, Eric Rowan does stay with Brother Bray. Maybe fingers crossed that they get Luke Harper on SmackDown as well, or maybe they'll team him up with Braun Strowman. Maybe Luke Harper can be like a leader of it on Raw, like expand it kind of like over both shows, because once again, Luke Harper, the most successful one, because he's the only one with a championship to him, but that might change this Sunday, who knows. Raw gets Charlotte's protege, Dana Brooke, so they keep those two together. SmackDown, another NXT call-up, Mojo Rawley? So much for your singles push there, Ryder. Oh boy. Unless they're gonna break him up on that TV, which I guess could be kind of a way to heal up Zack Ryder. Fingers crossed for that. Raw gets Curtis Axel. He stays with Bo. Yeah, the Social Outcast. They're 2 for 3. But what about poor Slater? SmackDown's final pick, Carmella gets called up too, so she's once again on her own. No Enzo and Cass. I really thought they would try to put them back together, but it wasn't necessary, but I'm just like, Someone else who's also improved a lot over on NXT. So she could probably. So I think like SmackDown's become like the land of the NXT stars more or less. They do have name recognition with stars like Cena. They got Orton. They got Styles. They got Bray Wyatt. Kayfabe or no, I don't give a fuck. Nakamura would have been my number 1 pick, and I'm certain I'm not alone in that statement. Like, if I had first draft pick of anybody, like, these 6 NXT picks, as soon as I saw that, I was like, Nakamura. Who would you have picked first? Leave a comment below. But that's the draft. It happened. That's pretty much it. I mean, you heard me lose my shit on 03 when it's Mr. Perfect Taz, and poor Slater at the end. He's like they turn the lights out, and he's like, "Oh, come on, are you serious?" I'm like, oh. Dude just went through fucking, like, they had to stitch him up, and he still kind of looks like that when he takes off the glasses. You can still kind of see where the mark where they like stitched him up or something like that, or sutured him up. news article after this. They put up the announce team. Rut for Jerry Lawler. Is he not not around anymore? Because they I think it was like a WWE. Someone linked this in the new Legacy thing. But Raw is gonna be Cole, Byron Saxton, and Corey Graves. Another NXT call up. SmackDown is Mauro, Otunga, and JBL. No Jerry, yeah. But that's the podcast. I know, and I like I said, I promise the next one's gonna be about the pay-per-view in this time period. I was having a lot of fun, but I'm like, there's a couple things. I only talked about this and that and this and that. I really quick do want to go over a little bit more of the that hard thing, just because like I know I said it on Twitter. I'm like, fuck Impact, just give this man 2 hours, because wow. I spoke of the final deletion, but I just want to real quick talk about stuff after that. I went back and saw that a couple of times. I was laughing so hard, I actually missed shit on it. Like, I missed the whole thing where he was running around like, it's a dilapidated boat! He takes cover in it when Jeff Hardy gets the Roman candle. Like, he's firing at him, and he's just running out. He sees, like, this boat. He's like, a dilapidated boat! He just dives in. But yeah, after the match, we see, like Jeff Hardy's, like, duct taping his face. I'm like, what's going on? Yeah, so we cut to him, like, burying the last remnants of Brother Nero. He's trying to delete him just a little bit ways. I'm like, wow, this is taking really long to delete a Brother Nero. But he names his boat, what is it, Skarsgård or something like that. Is it Skarsgård? Is that like a Norse thing? Because that's kind of... Skarsgård. You have saved me from the demonic fire of the Brother Nero. And fucking, I thought Vanguard pulled a heel turn for a second there, because then it just shows up, starts targeting Matt Hardy. I'm like, oh shit, it's a fucking Senor Benjamin back for revenge. He's like, you left me to die, Senor Hardy. Now it's your turn. But no, he just brings him like a dilapidated t-shirt of Jeff Hardy. It's like, you have the last remnants of Brother Nero. Thank you, Vanguard 1. Like, he names his boat. And then he goes has fun with like a party. It's like he has his own fucking cinema, the heart of cinema. I think I'm even more in love with this whole thing now, knowing what like looking back and saying like, oh wow, what's like Hardy was. Like, TV tropes, pretty much, I wanted to see more things than what they had on him, but, you know, it was like a whole Horizon moment, like, you know, all the backstage shit he's been doing, like, he had a couple DUIs, I know him and his wife got into a fight, pretty, gruesome, like, you see, like, them all beat up, like, on the police mugshots or something like that, the whole, forced suicide thing, and the friends are like, okay, you gotta clean your fucking act up or some shit like that. Like Matt Hardy finally got it, and he's like, okay, so at least one of the Hardys can hopefully keep it together. But maybe this whole broken Matt Hardy is like a fucking release for the guy, and this might be the best thing he needs right now. Because it might be just good therapeutic for him, but it's also giving us some of the fucking best TV. Okay, maybe not the best TV, but probably the most entertaining. Like, some people were like, wow, fuck WWE. This is like, I'm like, no, but I appreciate the sentiment. I like this too, but over 2-3 hours of WWE, it's kind of subjective. If they did 2 hours of this, I'd be like, yeah, okay, I'm with you on that now. Like, if they just, like I said, if they just gave him the fucking reins right now, just do like just a half hour, just kind of like I always wanted to envision like a weird DuckTales thing where he was just like, oh, me money, my Brother Nero. Like, every week he'd be fighting a Brother Nero or like a Monster of the Week or something. I 100 ideas rolling around in my fucking head on what they could do for like the Broken Show or Broken Matt Hardy, like the Broken Beat or something like that. But anyway, back to he's got a cinema. He's bringing, like, I guess, like, friends and close relatives together or something like that. Like, the one girl kind of looked like Rebecca's sister or something like that, or cousin. They're all bringing him to the Hardy cinema. Apparently, Maxwell's bedroom, he's just hiding out in a fucking secret passage, because we see, like, Rebby pull, like, a it was like a fucking secret bookcase. Like she pulled a book and it opened up to like Max's room. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I guess like to protect Brother Maxwell, or like the brother Baby Maxwell, the future Hardy, the one true king. They even circle life him up in the air afterwards. The circle of life. I'm sure that's somewhere, what you call it, the internet. The internet being the internet. I'd be surprised if it's not on there already. They did all the Hardy Cinnamon just to be like here's my public screening of the final deletion. They show him the match, and everyone's just kind of like looking at it and staring at it. Even Maxwell is just like, my dad's fucking crazy. If only he had like inner monologue or something like that. Like they cut to him and it's like Patrick Stewart, that one joke on Family Guy. It's like, I wonder what the devil he's doing. Why is he holding me? Please take this man away from me. Why do I have a secret bookcase in my room? Why do you slide down they did that too. She had like Rebby, she like puts him in like a backpack or something like that, so she can like grab this pole and slide down to the cinema. What is this house? See what I mean? I'm just like, the more I watch, the more intrigued I become, and I'm just like, give this man a show. Like, this should have been the fucking Hardy show or something like that. Like that whole, like, they did the reality thing for a while. Like, this was what it should have been. Like, if you did this for, like, every half hour, I would have applauded this. But yeah, they did the Hardy Cinema thing. They're watching it. Fucking Matt Hardy is just like, oh, this is great. He's laughing. They cut to dinner and they're kind of celebrating because they're going to talk about the next portion of the deletion, like the completion of the deletion. Excuse me, I forget the butler's name, but he's talking the same girl who was with her baby. I guess he's like a butler too or something like that, or maybe he brought her in because he was so entranced. Fuck if I know. But she's like, por favor, gracias, or something like that. Like, por favor, I need some libations. And she's like, she's like, I'm Armenian. He's like, delightful. An extraordinary Armenian. Please, the libations, por favor. And why do we not have green beans? Green beans are a delicacy. I'm like, I like green beans too, but a delicacy? Alright. I guess to some people. The green beans are a delicacy. Do not bring me mustard. I strongly dislike mustard. I like how he finds a way to work that in. I was like, continuity. I'm like, from Raw, like he said, strongly dislikes mustard. I'm like, oh, okay. Like a Matt fact. I guess I'm kind of with him on that one, except for the spicy brown stuff. I do kind of like that a little bit, but in small doses. That's the only one I'll go for. The yellow stuff I can't stand. It's got to be spicy brown. It's got to be Golden's. It's golden spicy brown. That's my brand, baby. But yeah, they're talking about like, Butler, document this, like take a memo or whatever. Like he's like the completion of the deletion or something like that. He just like, he has like a thing where he points to the side like really quickly, like the delete, and you see the Butler just being like crossing off, mirroring Matt Hardy, like crossing it off, and then you cut to him like a big delete in big bold fucking letters, and he just scratches. I saw that, but then I didn't see like because New Legacy covered this, and I didn't see like the next part. I didn't actually see the completion of the deletion, like the public thing where he brings him out. He's like, bring out Brother Nero too. No fanfare, no music, and in this ugly salmon hoodie. It's just like, hey guys, I'm Jeff. Like, he doesn't say anything, but it's like, hey guys, I'm Jeff Hardy. Why'd I make him sound like, what's his name? Matthew McConaughey. Yes, they do. Hey, I'm Jeff Hardy. How you doing? If they ever wanted to make a movie. The Hardy Boyz, the movie. The Brother Nero, the movie. So yeah, this goes basically like I thought it would, like, getting rid of his contractor. Like, your contractor today has been deleted. But he's smart. Like, you will not go over to New York with Mick Mahan. And if I was like fucking losing my shit, fucking Jeff Hardy was right along with him, because he's Like, oh man, he's corpsing super hard. He's gotta be like, I can't take this shit seriously. How the fuck? McMahon. Fucking beautiful. Oh, by the way, his wife's super into it too. He's like, bring in the absolute, the diluted brother Nero. Absolute. She's just mocking him at this point. I'm like, oh, she's getting into it too. It's, I eventually want to see toddler Maxwell just being like, just pointing like he doesn't know what he's doing. He's just mirroring his dad or something like that, because he thinks like, Dad, you fucking crazy. He'll just like, all right, we'll do this. We'll do disco. delete. You do it fast enough, it's disco. But it gets the side. It's like a very lazy disco inferno. It's like, I can't bring it up all the way. My arm's fucked. I can't swivel. But yeah, you will not go to New York. You will be my personal mule or something like that. And I saw I don't know what the follow-up is for that, but only a little. I guess I gotta wait till Thursdays, because that's what they're moving towards now. They're not gonna feud with Smackdown anymore. I'm like, what, are you crazy? You saw how their last war went? That's, wow. You ain't doing shit now. So yeah, you better move your ass over to Thursday. You can't do what you're gonna... He's gonna do like a jump, and it's like, I've broken you. He's like, you're not going to do it. Like trying to outdo Chris Jericho on the weird way to say again. Like Chris Jericho's like, again. Like you have lost your courage, your powers, because you have been deleted by me in this very spot. So you will fail. You're just going to fall and crash again and again and again. What the fuck? God, I spent like... I was like almost 10 minutes talking about that, but I just wanted to like bullet point this home. But then he does like the jump, and like, I can and I will. I'll do this jump because I'm Jeff Hardy and I'm fucking crazy. So he does the jump, and that's where it ends. Like just Matt standing right in front of me. He's like, you won't be able to do it, not with me standing here. The power of broken Matt Hardy. And that's where it ends. I guess they're gonna finish that up on Thursday. Like, or keep it going, or whatever they're gonna do. They can't stop now. It's their best thing they got on TNA. Leaps and bounds. Like even people who didn't watch TNA, it's like, oh, we gotta watch the final. We gotta watch they saw like they were pushing for this. They had to have been. But yeah, that's finally the podcast. I don't want to take up any more of your time than I already have. Just like I said, give them a half hour. Be better than me just like stumbling over my own words and delete. Disco. Okay. Take care. Thanks for listening.